Every day by day, this very journey is making sense. Every day by day, if any if you go I'm telling you the facts. This very season where everybody can now look at things and say to themselves, one of the biggest part of it is that no matter how they tried to engage the Biafran Republic, a message must be passed. And that's the truth of the matter. Everything is well communicated. Everything is driven with so much force. And we are positioning ourselves into becoming the light of what we spread. I must tell you with many considerations that the activities we have today is bigger than what they ever think will happen. But the host is now becoming more truthful. And that's how this message is. We are convinced that procedures and what you may talk about is what they have not engaged. So, by December 2nd, our Biafran actualization will be happening. Everything will begin to happen. And that is where this message will be thrown across. There is no two ways about it. Until we realize this whole situation wrong, until we spread this very focus to where it's supposed to be, things will begin to play out the way it should. And by well communications, throwing jabs, and making sure that things go the way it goes, we must reconsider so much facts. And these facts are one interesting point, which is what holding ourselves together and preaching the gospel truth. So we have so many things already at hand. We have the football teams, the fighter jets, one of the biggest part of it all, and everything is making sense as we speak. There's no two ways about it. It's just a game change. Procedures, patterns that has been followed, and I will tell you for free that the victory in which we consider is now happening. This is where the storyline begins. And I will tell Biafrans not to stop because the journey is already making sense. I keep telling you all that you can see the massive preparations of the Biafran footballers. In December 2nd, which is a few days to, there'll be a great announcement, massive announcements that would, lead to the very beginning of what is called. And we are already in big line with what must happen. a lot of things has really showed us that no matter how they try to twist the whole narrative, no matter how they, want to stop the coming of Biafra, it's gonna be a word without end for them. So this very connection, this very communication, this very truthfulness is just becoming one of the biggest part of it all. So as we continue, we can now see that even Biafrans the zoo does not like the unity they are having, because it is unity by force. Look at the beautiful footballers. They say that it was AI generated, but what they fail to know is that we don't generate images to convince anybody, because we already have a lot of conviction about what is happening. So, as we continue to put ourselves together, we will continue to put pressure to push through, and that's what it is. A very big word, big discrimination, big describing, big whatever. So let's continue to know that we are already heading to that very point where each and every one of them must see the light, whether they agree or not. So this is just a very big picture. Biafrans are now representing in the world order, and that's what gives me more joy. Because whether they like it or not, this is just one kind of breakthrough that the zoo didn't see coming. We can normally but the Biafran footballers are now being recognized properly.